This one's going to get some blood boiling.
Here we go.
Hey, Travis, is there another Dr. Pepper? Can I get one? Thank you, Pam.
But like, you think this is wifey material?
Are you saying that I'm not?
Are you?
Are you saying that I'm not?
Bro, come here, when you what's up? Hey, do you think she's wifey material by showing her boobs out?
Who? Wifey material by showing her boobs? I mean, she's pretty fine. You know, I don't know about wifey material by showing her boobs.
Wifey material doesn't define what you're wearing. It's the type of person that you are.
Nah, true shit. Okay, I agree. But let's say if I was your boyfriend, I wouldn't like you to be wearing this shit.
But you're not gay, you're not. She's my girlfriend.
No, I'm not. That's why I don't give a fuck.
And I want my girlfriend to wear this. I think my girlfriend looks hot. I want my girl to go out like this.
But actually, I agree. What is a guy gonna think when he sees this?
She a little.
I want my girl to go out and everybody be like, oh, she's hot.
Thinking as a guy.
Excuse me? So you're calling me a
That's the way guys think.
So yes or no, are you calling me a
I am. That's the way guys think.
Oh, my girlfriend.
Yeah, they don't know the way guys think.
You're small. So basically, you're small.
So what if I'm small?
So what if I'm small? Oh my God. So what if I'm small?
Do you guys see what happened? Like she had to immediately go take it personal because she didn't like what he was saying. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Kick him in the nuts.
I know some women who dress, however, and some of them are very promiscuous and some of them aren't. I also know some women who dress very non-provocatively and they're very promiscuous and some of them aren't. That isn't necessarily the way. It's not a one-to-one correlation, but the way men think about it in general is a correlation. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And that's what he was pointing out. He was like, men in general. When we talk about men in general or women in general and what their preferences are, when we describe that, that's what's called descriptive, not normative.
Men are visual, women are emotional.
Right, but he didn't. But even the guy right there, by the way, Hook 'em Horns. I don't know if you saw, they were in Austin.
Yeah.
Even the guy who was up there, he was saying, "Hey, this is just how men think." So he's telling her the truth, and her response is, "So what you're saying is you're small." Do you understand?
Yeah.
She couldn't because she could not accept that. Again, she has the right to wear whatever she wants. Bro, it is hotter than than fucking gorilla's asshole in Austin, Texas in the summer. I would dress like that. It is so fucking hot there. You have no idea.
She could have just been like, "Oh, okay, whatever."
Yeah, but
then
it
you're
wasn't
not for me.
But it's like he didn't say she was a slut. He said that men might look at her and think she was a slut, or that she might have a boyfriend.
Him to say it.
For sure. And then and when she does that, the problem is for the idea that no man would think that you were again, I know some of the most prude women I've ever met that were strippers because I used to manage a strip club. I know girls, they hadn't slept, they're a stripper, they went to AA. You probably know a girl like this. Went to AA, hadn't slept with a dude in 3.5 years. It happens every once in a while.
That would have been me.
Right.
3 years
It's
ago.
so funny. I have a friend of mine. She lives in LA, and she's like, when I was drinking all the time, she's like, I'd slept with like 90 dudes. He goes, as soon as I went to AA and stopped drinking, she's like, I haven't had sex with a dude in 3 years. That's what
I was
what'll happen.
sober for 2.5 years.
Did you go a long period without having sex with anyone?
I was, yes. Yes.
I feel that.
Anyway, so
but I also went through the period after my breakup that like I was,
promiscuous.
Well, yeah, but like I was trying to numb it, but it just,
the psychological term is hoe phase. We call it a hoe. It's a scientific term for it. Anyway, so the point we're trying to make.
Like that. I was sleeping with
I'm
randos.
kidding. The point I'm trying to make is, regardless, we all know people who look promiscuous and aren't, and people who look not promiscuous and are. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's not the case. But the idea that men assume you are, if you don't recognize that as reality, you're fooling yourself. You're actually, again, look at how female politicians dress. They dress different than exotic dancers do. There's a reason. Because in general, people feel that way. And for you to express that in general people feel that way, that's not misogynistic.
Right.
It's not. Now, the belief itself may be misogynistic, but the description of the belief is not.
Right. I'm not saying you're a prostitute. I'm just saying you're wearing a prostitute's uniform.
Shout out to Dave Chappelle.
No, I think it's funny. Is like when you could clearly tell that the guy seemed like he was sober enough. I mean, the girls maybe not, but
she literally egged him on.
I
she
think
was like,
she did.
I think if she would have asked,
but she takes it
excuse
personally.
me, am I taking this correctly? Like, are you calling me a slut? If she would have asked him nicely and not aggressive, I think he would have been like, no. But since she was combative, I think he was like, fuck
I don't think there's any.
And like,
to be fair,
honestly,
I thought that she was saying slag. Slut.
No, she's not in England. She's in the United States.
No, I get it. But slag is so
troll.
Slag is the word slut in the UK. Yeah.
Really?
It's like a flat.
Never
for
heard
an
of it.
apartment. You get a flat.
Yeah, got you.
So I was going to say is that
The more you know.
the guy's trying to have this like sort of logical conversation with her, saying, look, wearing this might not put you in the best light. If you're looking to, of course, she's not at this social gathering looking for a husband. She's there to hook up, right? But the thing is like the guy guy's asking the question, is this a woman who wears this, is she wifey material? Basically looking for content.
Yeah.
I got it. But the short version of this is that the guy is trying to make this point and saying, like, in general, this is what guys would think. And then she immediately goes from the general to the specific, which is herself, right? So she's taking a universal and then personalizing it. And women do this all the time, too, where it's like... You can say something that's generally true about female nature. Women will take that and they'll go, but not me. Let me tell you why.
I'm not like that.
Let me tell you why in my case it's not like it's like, or whenever I hear a woman start a conversation, she says, as a woman, let me tell you, like, it's like, well, you're one woman and that's you. You're not the whole cosmic universe of womanhood right here. So in your own personal world, but that's the thing is women are always in their own little personal world.
I think everybody is, though.
Yeah. Well, here you have this guy trying to make a general statement, a general statement of fact, and she takes it personally. And the first place she goes is, "You got a little."
Yeah, I understand why she would be offended, but like he was, what did he say? He goes, "So you're saying that I'm a slut?" He goes, I don't think if I was your man, I would like you wearing that. And she goes, yeah, that's because you're not my man. And his response was, you're right, I'm not your man, so I don't give a fuck.
And then she calls him small.
So my point is, he wasn't trying to be aggressive.
No.
He was being what's called descriptive, and she didn't like the description of the world that she lived in. And by the way, for those of you who don't know, downtown Austin, Texas, it is totally legal to walk around topless. It is.
Hell yeah.
On, what is it, 6th?
Have you gone on 6th Street? If you go on 6th Street? Now, I don't know if they've changed the law, but when the Iron Pig, exactly. At like 6th and Trinity.
All right.
Yeah, so it's funny because that's where Matthew McConaughey.
I've actually sung there.
Yeah,
I love high school girls.
so when you were in Austin during South by Southwest, before Austin turned into a giant Starbucks like it is now, like 25 years ago when I lived there, when you would go there, you'd go out, you'd actually do South by Southwest, girls would just walk around topless. And I remember the first time being like, what the fuck is this? And then I found out, as long as they're in this certain area, it's legal for them to walk around topless. Isn't it crazy?
Same thing
It's
with
like
Key
that
West.
in New York City too. Like it's
Same
the
thing with
only
Key
two
West.
places I know of that in the United States you can walk around
Key
as
West.
a female. Key West too. So there's 3 places.
Key West.
Yeah.
Key West, you pretty much
Michael,
can't
let me
wear
ask
that.
you the question. Well, then,
My house. You can also watch around topless in my house.
Let's ask the.
Kylie
And
can walk around
Fire
topless.
Island, Fire Island, Long Island.
Let's ask the most obvious question: if a woman is walking around Austin topless, is she wifey material?
If that's your wife.
If she's your wife, she's your wife.
If she's holding
your
your
wife.
hand.
Like, I will say this, okay? Just hypothetically, if you're a woman and you have an attractive girlfriend and you want to bring other women home and you like her to look attractive to attract other women, I'm going to give you a pass on that one, just from personal experience. You're agreeing with me. Like, it's one of these things where it's like, it's a little different there if your girl is doing that.
I think that stuff like gets blown out of proportion, especially today, because like we were just talking about, like, people giving me shit in the chat.
Everybody's
I see
offended.
They're pissed off because it's like, oh, I can't believe Michael and Rolo are getting behind plastic surgery, dude. I don't give a flying fuck. Please get a facelift.
Who cares
Get a
what you think?
Please
Let people
do.
what they
Stay
want.
if you can use every advantage to look younger than
Bro,
you
if
actually
you don't
are.
if you don't like boob jobs, you just haven't seen a good one. That's all I'm saying.
If you don't,
you just haven't seen a good one, bro.
They got good real boobs and good fake boobs.
For sure.
They're
The
all
same
great.
guy,
Just not very many good real boobs.
I just love titties,
The same guys that will give you shit
Yes, it
about
looks.
like plastic surgery and boob jobs and everything else are the same guys that'll run you up the flagpole for fucking taking TRT.
For sure.
Because they don't like the fact that
TRT?
somebody.
They can run me off. Hey, they can run me off the flagpole, but they can't kick my ass.
Yes.
I'll tell you that right now.
Well, exactly. So, but the thing is it's a want to level the playing field so that person can compete at your fucking level. That's what it comes down to. So it's like, oh, I would never want to get with a girl with a plastic surgery or no, you would. You just can't right now because you can't compete at that level. That's why. So if anybody who has put on a little bit of muscle mass in the last year, that guy must be cheating in some way, and he should be brought down a notch because I can't keep up with that bullshit.
You know what's really interesting is you bring up this point. Ladies, have you ever seen a guy who you knew this guy took steroids and women still found him attractive? Raise your hand if you've seen that.
Yeah.
Of course, we've all seen it. Zoe, you've probably seen it too, right? Anybody who's going to...
Every time you go out and freaking Vegas.
Yeah, every time you go to Wet Republic or Tile Beach, or anytime you go to the Dragon Slayer or Fit Club LV, you'll see it. So even though she knows he's cheating, she's still sexually attracted to him. Have you guys ever seen a girl attracted to a guy who makes his money illegally? Has everybody? So the drug dealer, right? The drug dealer who comes into the strip club, he comes into the strip club and he has to spend all that money because he doesn't want the IRS finding out about it.
That's how you wash it.
Yeah, that's how you wash the money. And so the thing is, the attraction triggers still work. Now, here's another thing: women are attracted to men who they'll get the hair transplants, hairs on the front of their head, and women don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
they don't.
I mean, girls
They
wear
got good
wigs
ones
and
in Mexico.
weaves. Same thing.
Extensions,
Like we get extensions.
Because it's not the thing; it's how the
It's
thing makes us feel.
self-care.
Exactly.
It's self-care.
And if you think about it from an evolutionary standpoint, is there anything more useless than putting silicone in your breasts? It doesn't serve any purpose whatsoever, and I
That's
love
not
it.
what his face is. That's
I
right.
love it
Hey, every now and then you need a pillow.
for sure.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I come in handy on a plane.
I'm telling you, Obamacare, if they had included the boob jobs,
Right.
Just saying.
So,
car rides and airplanes.
One
I
more,
come
one
in
more
very
point, and
handy.
we'll get on to the next video. But I was also going to say this: is that the guys that have a problem with that, what she was wearing is not any different
it
than
looked
what I see in
fine.
Brickell, or I would see here in Vegas, or I would
Actually,
see.
it's probably more conservative than what you
Exactly,
see right here, to be
exactly.
honest.
And
Girls
it's
walking
like-
around with pasties on.
So,
Yeah,
like when people
if that.
people say, "Would you be offended if your wife wore something like that?" I'd be like, "No, I actually wouldn't. I'd actually be okay with that." I'm like, that's not that. If she's walking around EDC with like hanging out and
Yeah.
like danglies
your
or whatever
thing.
like that, okay, whatever. But the thing is I think that a lot of the guys that have a problem with this are the same guys who want to put women in like the Amish Dutch country girl
For sure.
from
But
they
hold
wanna
on.
put her in that
If
outfit.
your girl is with us at EDC without you, that's not your girl no
Game
more.
on.
If you heard these three words, Marquee Sky Deck, and you are not with your girl, that's not your girl anymore. If you're Ignite
Even
Party,
if you're there, that's not your girl.
Ignite Party,
Yes.
and you're not there with her, that's not your girl no
Not your girl no more.
Coachella, and she's not there with you.
Coachella.
You
Not
went to
your girl.
Coachella, that's not your girl no more.
There.
For sure, bro.
I would never go to a music festival without my
So,
dude.
and the reason why I have a problem with this, like, I'm sure the guy was just basically farming for content on this whole thing.
Yeah.
I understand that. But the way he's doing it, or the reason why it works, is because there's this extreme, like, over-the-top bullshit, like, oh, my wife is never going to leave the house. She's always going to be there barefoot and pregnant, making me macaroni and cheese, and, and we're going to have a Labrador Retriever in the front yard, and we're going to have 2.5 kids and a station wagon or some shit like that. It's like, no, you're fucking not. And the girl that you're going to get with has probably already worn that, and she's probably wearing something different because she's trying to be a different person for you so that she can sort of consolidate on something in the long term. So cut the shit.
Or she can wear multiple
Can we just
hats.
please cut the shit? Yeah. Or exactly.
Because I've done all of it.
Right.
Costumes
I've been
are
barefoot
fun.
and pregnant, and I've also danced at a club.
Yep.
I can wear it all.
The best.
Play all the roles.
What are
And
we-
I can cook.
What are we doing next?
Role play.
Let's do this one.